Okay, today we're going to be learning about single oils and how we can apply them in our simulations. First thing we're going to talk about is what is a single oil. We're going to go over some of the information that ProMax needs to define these single oils. Okay, a single oil is pretty much intended to model a narrow boiling point mixture as a single component. You may also know it as a hypothetical component. These are ideal for characterizing your C+, your C6+, your C7+, in a natural gas. Okay, the information that you pretty much need is your volume average boiling point. And from that, ProMax will be able to calculate the other properties, or a combination of molecular weight and specific gravity, your API gravity, your carbon to hydrogen ratio. You could also use molecular weight and your refractive index. Okay, now we're kind of going to go over the steps on how to model these oils. You would first go to your ProMax menu, and you'll see the oil button, and it's going to give you the option to edit oils. Okay, and this option is going to open up a new window where we have the option of curve oils and single oils. In this case, we're going to focus on the single oils. And usually if you have single oils in a project, we'll see all the oils available in the blank area we see. Since we don't see any, we're going to go ahead and use new and open up a new oil. Okay, whenever you press on that button for new, you're going to see a window pop up where we're going to define the single oil 1. Now we can rename it to be oil A, B, or whatever name you wish. Okay, and where it says the bulk property data, you're going to give it either the volume average boiling point, say we use 200, and ProMax will calculate the other values. Okay, these are all calculated based on correlations in ProMax. Okay, so we gave it the volume average boiling point. That's one way to define it. And the other way we mentioned was using molecular weight and maybe specific gravity to define the other properties. That's one way. The other way would be use API gravity, okay, your carbon to hydrogen ratio, or your refractive index. Those are the other ways to define an oil. Now if you want to change the correlations that are used to define each of the properties, in the correlations tab you can go and see the available methods for each property. On some properties we don't have an alternative method, and these are used to adjust the properties to better define your component. Sometimes a particular method is better for defining your component than another one. Okay, and then we have notes where you can use the notes to define the component. Okay, it's pretty easy. Once you have it here, it's now listed as available oil. Okay. If we wanted to use it in our project, we'd have to go to your environment. Okay, in this case we'd have to define a thermodynamic package. Okay, we'll choose Peng Robinson for example. And on your components, instead of using components from the list of available pure components, we're going to go to available oils, and we'll see all the available oils we have on the project. Okay, now we load it on, we can press OK, and we now have the component available. So now whenever we have a process stream on the page, okay, in the composition tab, we'll have that component listed as your oil. Okay, and you can define it however you wish. Okay, well that's pretty much it for the basics of defining a single oil. We'll be looking at curve oils coming up next. If you have any questions, I encourage you to contact us at either support@bre.com or sales@bre.com, whichever one you prefer. It'll both get to us at the same time. Well, thank you very much for your time, and tune in next time.